Hi Libra, welcome to Pisces season. Welcome to Mercury retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Mercury retrograde, revise, relook, renew. Everything needs to be gone over this month. Pisces season, Mercury retrograde. That's a lot of stuff that's being brought up right from the bottom of the ocean for you to deal with once and for all. It's probably a good idea with the Virgo full moon coming up. Fulfillment of wishes. This is quite a fertile time. Now when I say it's a fertile time, it's generally a time of yields. The sign of Pisces is the opposite end of Virgo. This time right now is a lot to do with intuition. So if we're to talk about the full moon in this season, fulfillment of wishes, you might need to make a wish on a full moon. I think something you may have been working on for a while, Libra, comes to fruition. Libra, this might be a time for you to maybe even think about your wishes. Think about what it is that you want. Pisces season is a culmination of the zodiac. When we move out of this season, we go into Aries, which is fire sign, kickstart, cardinal energy like yourself. This season, however, does have a really good way of making wishes come true. It's about knowing what we want though, and there's a lot of flow. Do you see that? Do you see the water flowing? There's a lot of going with the flow. There's a lot of very emotional, fluid energy, obstacles and challenges. And I think Mercury retrograde has a funny way of bringing up obstacles and challenges, but it's like I said, this is an opportunity to revise, relook at and renew. It's a chance to maneuver our way through things that we've perhaps already done, relationships we've already been in, situations we've already been in. Maneuver around them and handle ourselves in a way that means that not only does what we truly wish for and desire happen, solitude, but we overcome things in a way that makes us feel good about ourselves. When I think of solitude, I think of the hermit. I think this season with this full moon, your automatic default is going back into hermit mode. Venus goes into Taurus, which is your sister sign, which is quite nice energy for you naturally. March 2020 is asking you, however, with this Mercury retrograde, to take a bit of time out, Libra. New beginnings. There seems to be a new path that's waiting for you on the other side of this Mercury retrograde. Let's say it comes out of the 10th. Yeah, it comes out of retrograde on the 10th, 2-week shadow period. So we start the zodiac new cycle, which technically is the new year for some, with a new cycle, a new beginning. That might mean freeing up some space, Libra, in order to receive. It might also mean, with a bit of solitude, getting quite clear on what it is that you want. Solitude makes me think of independence. It makes me think of doing stuff for yourself. And I have a feeling this month might have you feeling a lot better about yourself as a person. But when I say that, especially around this time of the Virgo full moon, before we go into your full moon next month in Aries season in April, a lot of soul searching, a lot of what truth really is for you, a lot of what a new beginning really looks like for you. Who'd be there? Would it be you? I have a feeling this is a beginning by yourself. Because maybe the obstacles and challenges of what's been going on is sort of leading you in a direction where you see she's sort of walking she's walking the path on the earth, out of the door and into a new world. There are newness, new things, fulfillment of wishes awaiting you, Libra. And whatever these obstacles and challenges are, this Mercury retrograde has already equipped you with these lessons. You already know what the answer is. You already know how to do it. This full moon is perhaps asking for you to be a little bit more stable and secure within yourself, however. Big changes, new beginnings, dreams, wishes coming true, Libra, this month. Expect something to change. And when Venus on the march goes into Taurus, indulge in beauty exclusively, faith, and trickery. Looks like there is deception going on in this situation, Libra. Looks like there is deliberate trickery. Looks like there is hiding of truth. Looks like there are very different agendas at play here. With the Faith card, I think there is a calling for you to use that Piscean crown chakra energy to maybe connect right now to source or whatever it is that can really get you a bit grounded but really help you. And I think this Solitude card and Faith card kind of go hand in hand. There's going to need to be an element of you, Libra, that is really doing a lot of soul searching and really looking at how far a bit of faith can get you. I think you know that there is inevitably a new beginning. These obstacles and challenges weren't necessarily in vain. And if you're seeking a path out of a situation, or if somebody is seeking a path out of a situation from a relationship with you or from you, I think you've already been through the lesson, and I think the real lesson in it is to walk away with faith, to walk away with dignity, and to show strength. Trickery is a very sticky energy, and it brings our vibration down. And when we're in a low vibration, everything else gets thrown off. Our chakras, then our hormones, the way we're seeing things, our mood, all the rest of it. Getting yourself back aligned, getting yourself back in balance this month is gonna have to be done. Faith, solitude. A bit of hermiting, a bit of defaulting to hermit mode is gonna really help, I think, handle a lot of this sticky, tricky energy. Trickery. If this is you, Libra, it's not a month for it. Mercury retrograde, don't do it. You'll get caught out. Whoever's playing funny games this month normally ends up with a lesson from it. So be quite mindful of that. All the details of the cards will be in the description box. The card I have is, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. This is the end of the winter. Next month we go into spring. This culmination of the zodiac Pisces season is very much, the faith realms, the wisdom realms. Prayer is part of Pisces season. If you feel compelled to pray, if you feel compelled or drawn to source or God or something outside of yourself, I would say really try and connect as much as you can. Being in a position of gratitude, because there are a lot of wishes. If you've been working on something, looks like it's here. Looks like there is just a new path. And right now, as dark as it might seem, there's a few things that you need to consolidate within yourself, Libra. And faith is one of them, gratitude being the other. And seeing through the eyes of the teacher of love. So when Venus goes into Taurus, that's a lot of love energy. That's a lot of forgiveness energy. That's a lot of acceptance energy. I think this Mercury retrograde, the end of this cycle, naturally brings with it a lot of closing out. Closing out of the old, moving forward with the new. Aries is the new. It's that spark, it's that match, it's that glimmer of hope. Either way, whatever you have to close out, whatever these obstacles and challenges are, whatever the situation with trickery is, you're called, you're being really called for a bit of alone time. And a bit of faith. Because your energy creates your reality. What you focus on is what you will manifest. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. That's a lot of patience. The new beginnings that you want, Libra, you find them. Just wait post the retrograde, March the 10th. Give it 2 weeks. There's a new beginning in there for you. A new direction. You've got to open the door and walk out though. You've got to put one foot in front of the other, because there's a whole world waiting for you. Waiting to fulfill your wishes. New adventures you want to be taking. You've got to really get into the flow. You've got to be really fluid. Transitional at the moment. Transitioning. Think of going from one thing to the next. You are changing. You're going through a cocoon to butterfly moment right now. And solitude. A bit of alone time. A bit of focus on yourself. A bit of hermit mode. A bit of taking care of yourself, looking at your diet, spring clean, purging what you don't need anymore, getting rid of things that have energy attached to them, of times that get you to, this energy, this trickster energy, trickery energy, it consumes more than it does good. It depletes more than it actually gives. I think a real cleansing around your space of your aura is necessary. The faith card here does remind me though, in this Pisces season, your connection even to yourself, your connection to things like what you're wishing for, a direction of where you're going, where you want to be, what you want to do. This time can be a lot about clearing a lot of messes. And I think it really is about time that some of the obstacles and challenges, completion, that's it. It's the rounding up of a cycle, Libra. An inevitability has to happen, and I think it's really karmic. You're coming to the end of a cycle. And your faith will really pull you out of a situation where there may have been trickery involved on your part, somebody else's part, whatever, the general theme of the situation even. You will be setting out on this journey by yourself. But whatever it is, it brings with it dreams come true. It brings with it joy. I've got prayer and workaholic. Pisces season, as I said, power is in the prayer. It's in that crown chakra. Workaholic. If you've been using work as a crux, yes, I think work situations will be paying off, but I just think don't use situations like work as a crux or as a avoidance mechanism. Really face, quite honestly, where you're at right now, Libra. I don't think even there would be really a lot of need to like overpower someone with your opinion on what you want or how you want things to work out, because I think that's just a manifestation ground, like for tricky energy, you know. It really is closing out cycles, Libra. And this season is really quite an emotional season. It does lead to a new beginning though, which is in Aries season. So if there are tears that need to be cried, if there are things that need to be honored, just really honor your feelings and the feelings of the other person. And I think just focus on your growth right now. Focus on your growth, be it responding to situations in a way that you wouldn't have before, be it hoping for something to work and actually like applying that energy to putting in the work. Things have to give, things have to change. There are new beginnings that have to take place because these are your wishes, Libra. So find yourself with faith and do it through prayer, and avoid like, you know, workaholic tendencies or not working enough, or like you're burying your emotions in work, because that's just tricking yourself out of feeling things. And I think this season wants you to feel. You're really gonna have to feel it. Feel it this time and let things that come into your life, like relationships or whatever, let them teach you the lesson that they needed to, and then take that lesson and move on and make beautiful counsel of it, you know? Learn wonderful things from it. Just focus on the fact that there are new beginnings that are bringing a lot of fulfillment of wishes and joy with them. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for watching. To book a reading, visit rubyreadstarot.com. Leave me a comment, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I shall catch you again soon. Take care.